your input for the red work booklet for Wednesday the 13th of May. So today we're going to continue using the full formal method for long division to divide three-digit numbers by two-digit numbers. So the questions we're going to look at today are all going to have a remainder. So a remainder is the amount that we have left over after we have made as many groups of the number that we're dividing by, so the divisor from the number that we're dividing. Because we're in year 6, we're going to remember to show this remainder as a fraction using the leftover amount as our numerator and the divisor, the number we're dividing by, as our denominator. What we're also going to remember to do is that this method for long division uses ideas from our bus stop method and our expanded method to help us answer the question. So what we're going to do is we're going to partition the number that we're dividing into its hundreds, tens and ones columns, and we're going to try and subtract groups of the number that we're dividing from each column. If we cannot subtract any groups of the number that we're dividing from one column, we're going to do an exchange and combine two or more columns and subtract as many groups of the number that we're dividing from that column as possible. So, for example, let's look at the question 473 divided by 12. So, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to make our coin grid of the multiples of 12 up to 9 times 12. So 1 times 12 is 12, 2 times 12 is 24, 3 times 12 is 36, 4 times 12 is 48, 5 times 12 is 60, 6 times 12 is 72, 7 times 12 is 84, 8 times 12 is 96, and 9 times 12 is 108. So we've got our list of multiples, so what we're going to do now is we're going to partition 743 into its place value columns and start trying to see whether or not we can subtract any multiples of 12 from each column. So remember, we always start with our biggest column and then work our way backwards. If there are any columns that we're not using for a particular subtraction, we're going to remember to carry them down. So let's start looking at our hundreds column. So can I subtract any groups of 12 from 700s? I can't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an exchange and I'm going to look at these two columns together and I'm going to see how many groups of 12 I can make out of 74 tens. So my answer is going, for my first subtraction, is going to go in my tens column. I'm not doing anything with my ones at the moment, so I'm going to carry my ones down. So I want to know how many groups of 12 I can subtract from 74 tens. So I'm looking at my coin grid and I know that I can subtract 6 groups of 12 from 74 tens. So I'm going to subtract 72, which is 6 groups. So my answer is going to go in my tens column. So I'm going to do 74 take away 72, which is 2 tens left over. I'm going to bring my 3 back in. So I'm down to 23. I'm going to look in my tens column. Can I subtract any more groups of 12 from 2 tens? I can't, so I'm going to combine these two columns together. So I'm doing an exchange. So I'm going to see how many groups of 12 I can make out of 23 ones. So I can subtract one group of 12 from 23 ones. So I'm going to subtract 12, which is one group of 12. So my answer is going to go in my ones column. 23 take away 12, 3 take away 2 is 1, 2 take away 1 is 1, so 23 take away 12 is 11. Can I subtract any more groups of 12 from 11. I can't, so I know that 11 is my leftover amount. So 11 is going to be my numerator, 12 is going to be my denominator because it's my divisor, it's the number I was dividing by. So the answer, 743 divided by 12 is 61 and 11 twelfths. So I hope that really helped your maths work today. Best of luck, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.